And how did you get here?
I murdered someone.
Okay.
And I was driving along, and I see a shape here on the railway track. So I'm like, oh, interesting. So I go up, and as I'm looking, I see a large thing wrapped in a canvas.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's a homeless person. So I grabbed my knife, I put on 3 layers of gloves. I took the knife, I pulled back the canvas, and I stabbed his neck. He was panicking at first in his old man voice. He was in his 50s. I know why I call him old man. He was saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why? And I just kept on stabbing his neck. Is it okay if I do it every straight?
Oh, yeah.
This is him. I was straddled on top of him like this.
Okay.
And he couldn't fight back. It was actually surprisingly easy. I was barely breaking a sweat. I thought, oh my god, he's going to be tough. But no, it was actually surprisingly easy. And during the time I was growling and making animalistic noises.
What were you doing that?
I suppose it was a friendly.
Okay.
I was so excited, so rushed up on adrenaline every day. But it's just... And I paused and he said, why are you doing this? And I said, I've been wanting to do this for a long fucking time. For someone. And then I continued. The whole ordeal lasted about a minute and a half.
Okay.
And I stabbed, when I was finished stabbing him, he took out his last breath, a grunt, and his head was halfway cut off. It stabs. All the while, no, actually, after I killed him, I just couldn't stop saying, stinky, dirty, dirty, stinky, stinky. And then, after that, I stripped his clothes. I cut open his belly to see his guts. They're really pink. Sorry, that was morbid. Then I cut off his head. I gave him a Glasgow smile.
What's that?
A Joker smile. I destroyed his eyes by stabbing them.
Okay.
And then I cut off his hands. I put those in plastic Ziploc bags. And then I cut off his right arm at this joint.
Okay.
And at this joint. And then at this arm, I tried cutting it here, and then I tried cutting it here, but what happened was, I accidentally broke his bone. This one, it was poking out.
Okay.
And so I left that one here, partially cut, dismembered here, bone sticking out. And then I left his body there. And then I took the head, put it in a leftover pizza box from the dinner a few nights ago. And then I took the hands, put them in the back, drove home, hid the hands, head in my room. And then I tried going to sleep, but I was worried that because there was a hole in my gloves right here, I was worried that they would be able to obtain a partial print.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, why not go all the way? I drove back, and I did found it. Picked up his body, surprisingly heavy. Put it in my trunk, and drove to the Blue Heron drop-off station.
Okay.
I parked, so it's like this, right? So let's say this is ground. The ramp is quite steep, and you need to have four-wheel drive to pull out of it.
Okay.
And my car didn't. I thought, so I pulled in. I thought that I could drive out. Because I put it in reverse, A, so that it's easier to pull the body out. And B, because the back tires will provide a propulsion to push up.
Right.
And I open the trunk, I take this body out, I put it in the water, and because I don't want fingerprints on a body, so I just tried moving it with my shoes. That worked successfully. He goes out some part in the river and floats off.
Okay.
God knows where he is now.
The head is inside of a trash bag.
It was.
Well, where is it now?
In the kitchen sink. My parents searched through my room and they found the head and hands.
Okay, and so are the head and the hands in the kitchen sink now?
Last time I checked.
Okay, so they're in the kitchen sink now because your parents put them there.
But they were in my closet.
Or in your closet. And what kind of trash bag? What exact kind of trash bag?
White.
White, like a kitchen one, or what? Like
A kitchen
okay, white kitchen.
Well, you put it in a trash can.
Yeah. And then what about the hands? They were inside Ziplocs, you said.
Both in the same. They're both in a different trash bag.
Okay, the white kitchen trash bag.
Yes.
But now they're in the kitchen sink.
Yes.
Okay.
Still in trash bags.
Okay. Okay. So that's the arms and the clothes, the head and the hands, and then the whole rest of the body you put in the reverse.
God knows where it is now.
Right, but it was put in there.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay. You were just kind of in a bad state that night.
It was, yes.
Okay. Why were you in a bad state?
I didn't take my medicine. And plus, for years, I was wondering what murder would feel like, because you read shit like Ted Bundy and the Zodiac. They all say murder's the best feeling in the world. So I'm like, I'm going to try that.
Okay.
So for some time, I've been wondering when it would happen. I always knew I would be in this building, whether it was as a criminal or a police officer.
Okay.
Because I was planning to go in the military, go into forensics.
Okay. All right.
And
How long do you really, honestly think you've been thinking about really at some point you wanted to know what murder felt like?
a year.
Okay.
It's right here.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah. Because there's an arm.
Oh, shit!
Hey.
There's an arm. Quickest search ever.
There's an arm. There's another arm.
Okay, hold on. Do some pictures. Start right now.
There's another one.
I don't have a clue. Okay.
It's like something out of TV.
A family finds justice after waiting 2 years to see the man who murdered their loved one sentenced to prison. 21-year-old Brian Cohey murdered and dismembered Warren Barnes in 2021. Cohey claimed he was insane at the time and therefore not guilty. The jury did not find his defense convincing enough. They found Cohey guilty on all counts. On count 1, first-degree murder, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole.